Our guest for today is an accountancy alumna who graduated magna cum laude last November 2019. She was also an outbound exchange student of the university to Malaysia for 1 semester. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Miss Killy Obligation.
Good morning, Ma'am Iza.
Hello, Killy. How are you?
I'm very much fine. How about you, ma'am?
I'm fine. Still surviving despite the pandemic.
It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while. Today, we're going to talk about your student life in UM in general and your experiences as an exchange student as well. But before we get started, I'd like to know what's keeping you busy these days?
Well, the review is keeping me busy these days. As we all know that the boards is being cancelled again for the second time, and I'm still waiting for further notice by PRC.
Alright, so first question for you. Why did you take accountancy program?
Well, to tell you honestly, Ma'am Iza, before I entered college, I really wasn't sure of what course I'm going to take. However, I ended up taking Bachelor of Science in Accountancy because of the thought that if I graduate from this course, it would be easy for me to find a job. And up until now, I believe that it is true.
Alright, but why UM? Of all the schools in the region, why did you choose to enroll in UM?
I chose UM because I saw that the university is true to its commitment to quality education and excellence. And for me, that is very important. The university is ISO certified and has both local and national recognitions from different accrediting agencies. And on top of that, the accountancy program of the University of Mindanao is also acknowledged by CHED to be a center of development.
So now that you mentioned about certifications, accreditations and all, why is it a factor for you in choosing a school, or what's in it for you as a student?
For me, Ma'am Iza, accreditations are assurances. It gives me an assurance that the university I am in is really offering quality education. To note that ISO, it is an international certification, which means that institutions abroad are also aiming for this kind of certification. And having UM and ISO certified just means that the quality practices here in our university is comparable to those of abroad.
Okay, so now that you mentioned those reasons, what are your learning experiences as a student in UM?
Being an accountancy graduate from the university equipped me with the necessary knowledge and skills that I need in my profession. And that is because the university has one of the best faculties in the country. The professors in my department are doctors in their respective fields. On top of that, the BSA program in the university is very rigorous, which means, that the training is really good. It's really good. Like, during your third year, we have this so-called mock board examinations. This is not just a simple examination. It is an examination wherein the students' knowledge were tested. Their knowledge, their basic knowledge from first year to third year or even fourth year topics are being covered.
So you shared about the academic culture of your college being so rigid, so competitive, and all the pressures and all.
Yes.
But I'm quite curious, why did you apply as an exchange student? Aren't you scared that your performance, academic performance, will be affected with this endeavor?
Well, honestly, when I was still in high school, I really dreamed of studying abroad. And the moment I learned that the University of Mindanao has this internationalization program, I am very much happy. Plus the fact that I have seniors who are also exchange students, I heard this from them. And their stories are really amazing. Their experiences, oh my God, they're so good that I want to experience them too.
For the information of everybody, Killy applied for the exchange program under AIMS, or the ASEAN International Mobility for Students. This scholarship is available only to engineering and international business students of the university. And I can attest to the journey, to the exchange student journey of Killy, because I was there from the orientation to the panel interview, up to the announcement of the final, the top 7 students who qualified for the AIMS program scholarship. So Killy, I'm quite curious, what is life like as an exchange student?
Well, life as an exchange student for me is really different. It's very new because this is my first time to be away from my family, to be studying abroad. It scares me. However, this This feeling is brightened or lightened because I have with me 3 other students. We journeyed together throughout the entire application process up until going to University of Malaya, Malaysia, until going back here to our home. Yeah, we've been together.
All right. So, what about your experiences in the host university? Can you describe to us what your host university, University of Malaya, is like, and how does it differ, or how is it the same with the one here in UM?
Well, I believe the only noticeable difference is the internationalization of students, because the students there in my host university is coming from different areas of the world. I have met students from Kuwait, Qatar, Indonesia, Japan, China, and many others. So the students there are very diverse. As to the similarities, well, both campuses are very wide, and the classrooms in both campuses are well ventilated, well lit, and all of them are air conditioned. Also, the professors there are all doctors, and it's quite good that the University of Mindanao is sending me to a top tier school. And to tell you, the University of Malaya is one of the leading institutions, one of the leading universities in Southeast Asia, and I'm very much grateful for that.
Okay, that's correct. Himalaya really
yes.
is, like, I think it's the best, that's top one university in Malaysia.
Yes, it is.
So, you mentioned about the feeling, like what it's like there. Now, what do you think are the advantages of being an exchange student?
So being exchange in a multiracial country is such a great experience. I was able to meet people of different backgrounds, different races. I was able to learn new culture. I was able to go to places, famous and beautiful places. I am exposed to their daily lives. And also, I was able to taste different set of food.
All right, so interesting stories you have there, Killy. Now, I'm quite curious. How did your exchange experience mold or help you as a future professional?
So being an exchange student for a semester really made me a much better person compared to I was before. I must say that apart from graduating college, this journey is the highlight of my whole university life. Experience indeed is the best teacher. Without my parents there, I learned how to be very independent, how I learned to be matured, and how to make rational decisions. Because of that experience, I also learned how to manage my time well, how to believe in myself, have much more confidence compared to before, and right now I know how to set my priorities straight. So the whole experience was very holistic. Like it made me better. It made me a much better person. Like I am mentally, socially, and spiritually molded during my experience.
I agree. So you're trying to say that exchange experience is not only on the academic aspect,
Yes, definitely not.
but on the whole as a person,
yes,
holistic
yes.
development. So before we end our program, I have one last question for you, Killy. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So why should they choose UM?
Well, if you are an aspiring certified public accountant, I recommend that you choose UM because, as what I've said earlier, the university does not only prepare you to graduate from this course, but also to pass the boards and become an effective and productive worker in the workplace. And also, if you have the dream in you to be studying abroad, I definitely assure you that the University of Mindanao is the best platform to send you to that dream.
Thank you so much, Killy, for your time. Thank you so much for saying yes to our invitation. I had so much fun chatting
me
with
too.
you right now. So that ends our program for today. Thank you so much, mga ga, and see you in our next episode. Bye!